Morning everybody. So as you can see in front of you, we have the AEA Precision Airguns PCP air compressor. Fantastic little bit of kit. I've had it about a week now, so I've familiarised myself with it. So we'll have a little talk about, see what it comes with, how we use it and how it performs. We will start with the dimensions. So dimensions, what we are looking at is 15 centimeters wide, 35 centimeters in length, including the compressor, and approximately 28 centimeters tall. So what does it come with? Well, it comes with power leads. Allows you to connect up to your 12-volt supply of your car. It comes with the UK 3-pin plug, your instruction booklet, an AEA sticker. I've also brought the dry pack kit, which I'll come back to in a second. A selection of O-rings. This must be allow you to service your compressor as and when it needs. Your dry pack kit. You get your filters, a plunger, your tube. You'll also get 2 cables and a selection of fittings as well. So what we'll do is we'll get it all assembled and then we'll talk about how we use it. So what we're going to do now is we are going to assemble the dry pack kit, and we are just going to follow the instructions. Very, very simple and easy to understand. Picture on picture, dead easy, you can't really go wrong. So you'll notice we have 2 ends, we have a silver end and we have a gold end. We have black carbon filters, we have drying media, we have another carbon filter, we have a microfiber filter, and we also have a spring spacer. So if you read through the instructions, with the silver end cap in place, insert 5 carbon fiber filters into the filter tube and compact with the plunger as I described earlier. So there are little O-rings as well on the ends. Make sure they're clean. A little bit of silicone grease. I'll take the plunger out. One plunger. We need 5 for the silver end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we need 1 for the gold end when we reassemble. And we also need a micro filter. So we'll put them down to one side. So we'll insert the 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your plunging stick I mentioned earlier, just use that to push them down into place. We now need the dry media. Now, ideally you don't want to do this in a windy place, but you also need to use it in a well ventilated place. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut it open very carefully, and then we're just going to pour it inside the tube. And fingers crossed I can do it without spilling any. Oh, there you go. I knew I would spill some. Now, once we have filled this, we need to check the levels. So, we have a fill level indicator on our plunger. So all I'm going to do is, I'm just going to pack that down. And as you can see, that is possibly too full. So we'll just see if we can get it to move down a little bit and give a little bit more space. It is going down. Now, I need to find somewhere to pour the excess into something. Bear with me. Okay, so what we've done is, I don't know if the camera will pick that up, we have emptied some out, and I just used one of the zippy bags that it came with. So according to the instructions, we need to put one carbon filter on top. So we just push that down, fingers long enough. We then need to insert the microfilter into the end, not forgetting our plunger. Push down into place, and then it's just a case of screwing it all back together. Doesn't need to be gorilla tight, just hand tight. Let the O-rings do their job. So that there is your dry pack kit complete. As you can see, I have completed the assembly. I've just made a little framework up to mount the compressor, and also to mount my dry pack, keeping it in a vertical position so any fluids or any moisture is allowed to drain down instead of going into your gun or your dive bottle. So then the operation of the machine, we have three settings. We have a battery pack which is mounted at the back of the compressor. Now you will need to contact your supplier to get the battery pack. We then have position number 1, which allows you to use your jump cables to connect to your car supply, your 12 volts, or we also have the AC, the mains. So clicking on to number 1, as you can see the display is lit up, nice and colourful, nice and bright. What we have is, we have the current pressure. So as you can see, it's not turned on, so it's 0. We then have our fill pressure, which we can change. We have the temperature of the device. That will also tell you the temperature of when you're going to have a cut off, when it will cut off. We have 16 volts, voltage of being used, amperage of being used, and your total run time. And as you can see, this is set in bar and Fahrenheit. So we can change these. So if we wish to change our fill pressure, press and hold plus or minus, and we can change it accordingly. Once you're finished, stop. So it stops flashing, it's set. If we wish to change from bar to PSI, press and hold to set. 3 seconds, starts flashing. We then use plus or minus to change. So we can change from bar to PSI to MPa. Once you've made your choice, press set. You're then going to get a difference in Fahrenheit. It does change quickly though, so you do have to be quick. So press this accept. That's flashing, so I can change the temperature to centigrade or Fahrenheit. Press the set again. That is now going to give me our cut-off temperature when the compressor will stop actually compressing and pumping air. So that was set at 158 degrees Fahrenheit. It is a cooling fan as well. Now your fans are vents all the way around, front and rear. Your fans will kick in at 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Your power cables, as you can see, your mains, your car. Now your mains, this device, if you are running off of 110 volts, you will need to get the inverter as a separate additional cost, because this will not run and you will damage the electronics inside if you try to run it directly off 110 volts. We have one of the compressor units, and we have our lines which go to our dry pack, and obviously from the dry pack we come down to where we connect it to our gun or to our dive bottle. We have a bleed valve, clockwise to close, anti-clockwise to open to bleed the system out. So what I shall do now is I am going to fill an AGT Vixen from empty up to 265 bar. Now it's going to be quite a long time, I should imagine, so I'm not going to run the whole video, so I will pause and then restart before completion, and then we will also get our completed time, so that will change. We're all connected up. Now if you've watched any of my videos, my hunting videos, this is the gun that is used for a lot of the close work. This is the AGT Vixen short in 2.2. Now just to prove, there is no air in this gun. I have drained the gun, it is completely empty, so we can get a true test. So we're all connected up. Ensure our bleed valve is closed. We are turning on. As you can see, we have 0 pressure. We are pumping up to 265 bar. So all we have to do now is turn on. And away it goes. Not too noisy until the fans kick in, and then it sounds like a jet engine. So we have been running less than a minute and we are already at 30 bar. Running for 1 minute and 46 bar. So we will come back when the gun is almost complete and look at the time then. The fans are about to kick in. They should kick in There you go. Sounds like a jet engine. So, progress report. We've been running for 6 minutes and 212 bar. Coming up to 265 bar. And there you go. All you'll do now is let it run. The fans will continue running. Don't forget, we need to bleed. Nice and gently. A little bit of moisture there. Dry pack's done its job. We then disconnect. So, the AEA Precision Airguns compressor, not your standard compressor, goes up to 7,000 psi, 450 bar, and it's just filled up my AGT Vixen to 265 bar. Yes, it's a compressor. It's a maintenance-free compressor though. It doesn't use oil. I bought this with my own money as well. So I'm not sponsored by AEA. Would I buy another one? Most definitely. Fantastic little bit of kit. Hope you enjoyed it all. Please like, subscribe and follow for more videos to come. Thank you very much.